Hi, thanks for joining me today. I am going to share with you today a project that I made. Um, it involves weaving and gift giving and journaling. So I belong to a knitting and weaving guild, and we are having a gift exchange tomorrow. So I've been working this week, the last few days, on trying to put together something to give. And this is what I came up with. This is a bag I made. This is woven cloth that I wove myself. And then this is lined with cotton that I had on hand because, I'm a multi-crafter. And so I have a bunch of quilting cotton and stuff downstairs. And I made it so that it can be used for many things. It can be used as a bag for carrying a spindle and spinning fiber with. You can use it as a knitting project bag, and it could be used as just a bag to carry coupons in when you go to the store. It can be used for a lot of things. So I hope the recipient gets lots of use out of it. And then I stuffed it with some things. This is a little ornament. It's plastic ornament, and these are sheep locks, and I hand dyed them. And this is wool, and sheep locks can be incorporated into weaving, spinning, knitting, crochet. They can be used in mixed media, and they're just soft and luscious and fun, and this thing is stuffed with them, so the person that gets this can use them for just about anything they want to. I hope they have fun with that. And then there's also a skein of yarn that I'm not ashamed to say I am regifting. I've had this yarn for probably 5 or 6 years, and it's beautiful yarn. It's baby alpaca, but I don't use alpaca, and it's not my colors. And it's been sitting around my house for, like I said, 5 or 6 years, and it's so beautiful. It just needs to go to somebody that'll use it. And really, if the person wanted to incorporate the locks while they're knitting or weaving with this or crocheting, they could do that. So I thought it matched pretty well. And then there's green in here, so the bag matches too. So I hope whoever gets that really enjoys it. And then I also have a little baby journal that I made. And I lost the paper clip that is supposed to be keeping it closed. So this is an altered paper clip that I made, which is a new fetish of mine. Haha. So it's got a green paper clip too. And this goes on here like that. And when I'm not dragging it in and out of this bag, it stays closed just fine. So here is my first paper cover for a journal. I'm new to journaling, and I've only made 3, and the other 2 had cloth covers. So I did the binding on it with waxed thread, and it has 2 signatures in it. So it's my first time doing that. And what I did was I sewed the signatures with my sewing machine first, and then I hand sewed them into the cover. So I'm pretty proud of myself for being able to do that. This is the journal. It says, I just want to make nice things, because who doesn't want to make nice things? And this is yarn and knitting needles. It's a little rubber stamp that I have. It's from Stampin' Up! When I used to make greeting cards, and that was many, many years ago, like probably 8 years ago. This says weave, entwine, interlace, mat, plate, braid. And then I used the knitting yarn and needles here in a little tiny, it's brass colored, copper colored stamp ink. So you can barely see it, but I like it when a stamp is faint on a page. It kind of gives it a background feel. And I like putting lined paper behind my tracing paper because if somebody wanted to write on this side and then put ephemera or a photo or something on the back, they can do that. And they have lines to follow when they're writing. And this says, imagination is more important than knowledge, for while knowledge defines all we currently know and understand, imagination leads us to all we might yet discover and create. Sorry about that. And butterflies are my thing, and I try and incorporate them in whatever I do. So I probably have more butterfly stamps and dies than any other kind. And this is a tea bag. I used tea bag. And if we're tea dyeing paper, why not use the tea bags to help decorate as well? This is a little tuck spot I made. This file folder piece is left over from making tags. And I thought what a great little pocket it would make. I left the tab on there, and I put washi on there. And this is a rubber stamp set. And then this is a little journaling card that I made. And this is also leftover file folder with a little bit of lace. And this music paper, can you see that? That music paper is my new favorite thing besides altered paper clips. Someone on one of the Junk Journal Facebook pages mentioned this tissue paper on sale at Hobby Lobby for half off. So it was $2 originally. I got it for $1. I got 3 packages of this stuff because I love it. I don't know why I like the music background. I think the music sheets make a really pretty background, and this paper is sturdy. It takes ink really well, and it's a Christmas theme, but where it says Christmas, you can tear around that, you can ink over it, you can cover it up. You can use this all year round. And this tissue paper is nice and sturdy and not flimsy. So I'm happy with that. And you'll see it in a few places in this journal. So there's some ledger paper. And this doily technique, I take a doily, and what I do is, I should have gotten one out before I started this. I take a doily, and I lay it down here, and I ink all around it. And I just love the effect of the background that it makes. You can write over it, you can put anything you want over it. See? And more lined paper. And that's just a flip up ledger paper. And this is cardstock. It says quilting needles, 25 needles, 25 cents. And buttons. And I put lines on the back, but the lines are really faint. They didn't come out so well. This is another piece of the file folder that was left over from making tags. This is from a Dollar Tree thesaurus, which I thought was fun to use for a background paper sheets. Excuse my squeaky chair. I need to get a different chair. So, file folder, thesaurus sheet, tea bag, gessoed on, music paper, glued on, and this is tracing paper, stamped. It says, from small beginnings come great things. Because everything we start with when we create is small, and it's just things. And then we make a great thing out of all of the small things. So these are stamps that I had back when I was making cards, and I like inspirational stuff. So, you know, I've dug all my old stuff out. I almost gave it all away at one point. That's some more of the music sheet. Isn't that fun? It grunges up really well. This is another altered paperclip. It's just collaged. It's kind of grungy, but I collaged it. A little piece of tracing paper and more tracing paper. And this is a sheet from a really old book. Like, these pages almost fall apart when I use them. And I just glued this huge paperclip to the back of it. And just some more sheets. This is a really simple journal because I'm not sure who the recipient is going to be and how they're going to use it. That's a spinning wheel stamp I already had. And I lined the back. That's a doily behind there. Just glued it down. And a 3x5 card so it can be written on. All of this is tea dyed. And there's the knitting stamp again. More lined paper. Out of limitations comes creativity. So even if you're limited in what you have on hand, I mean, I had all of this stuff on hand. So that's what I used to make this gift. There's the knitting again. And there's the center of this signature. Spinning, whirling and twirling. We should all whirl and twirl now and then. And I think I need to round this edge off. Forgot. Some more paper. There's that doily technique again, but I moved the doily a little bit. Can you see? Kind of gives it a shadow effect. Mistakes are not mistakes. They're just chances for more creativity. So this is a glassine bag. I've glued it to the back of this card that has sticking out. And there's some more of that cardstock with the sewing notions on it. And the next time I do a glassine bag as a pocket, I'm going to make sure that the fold on the back where they overlap and they're glued isn't sticking up, because that's what's catching here. That's what's catching when I try and put that in. I gessoed on the bag and then I inked it because I wanted to try that technique, see if it worked. This is a failed paper flower. I need to go back and look at the video again. Patricia, and her last name starts with a V, as in Victor, but that's not her last name. She does a tutorial on this flower, and I didn't pass that test. So there's also a tag in here that I decoupaged. I made the tag out of the file folder. I put the lines on the back with the cardboard. I stamped it with a music stamp I have. Dyed cheesecloth that I also inked up. This is a little circle I punched out, and I was going to use it, but it's too small to make the altered paper clips out of, so I used it to help glue down the cheesecloth. This is a page out of an old book. Tracing paper with dream stamped on it. It's also tea dyed and also grunged up with ink. And some more of the music stamp. So I thought that turned out pretty well. And then the end of the little journal. So I hope you enjoyed joining me on this. And I hope that you will hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up. And maybe share if you feel like you want to. And leave comments below if you'd like to. Please be kind. This is all a new setup as far as lighting and camera and videoing for me. So I hope you'll come back and join me. I hope to do many more of these as I take this journey with journaling. And I'm really enjoying it. So cheers. Take a sip of my tea. I hope you'll join me again. And I hope whoever the recipient is of this gift tomorrow is happy with it. Wish me luck. I also hope I don't get the worst gift on the table, because normally in a gift exchange, that's what happens for me. But you know what? I'll be happy and grateful anyway, because I like the people that are in this guild, and we always have a good time. And there's always food. So, take care, and I will see you again, I hope. Come on back and visit. Bye.